아, 이 마을을 없애야 되나? 어떻게 해야 되지?
I've got some time.
원하던 약은 내가 가지고 있지.
I'll see to it that this medicine. Here, something for your trouble. You do have some cheek on you.
누구에게 약을 주려는 거지?
Silas on account of him being out in the cold. Amelia seeing how she's around people all the time.
Sometimes I wonder what I'm doing. This is where the map.
아, 분해.
Magic happens. Well, science. But it still happens. I've never actually been in here.
Welcome to the Spacer's know how to carry cross them off and
어떡하지? 공룡 프로토콜. 이쪽은 그냥 희망고를 풀어줘가지고 혁명을 일으키는 거고, 이건 옛날에 해봤으니까 이쪽을 하긴 해야 되는데, 하긴 뭐, 쓸어버리자. 가자. 쓸어버려. 엣지워터 이제 끝이다. 파르바티가 파티에서 나가버리려나? 여기 사람이 있네?
Describe the nature of the accident.
응? 왜 빨간 게 아직도 있지?
It's not the best choice. This area is
규칙에 엄격하군. 악한테 부관이 좋아하겠어.
Oh, yes. Absolutely. That's don't let
빨간 게 없어졌네? 터미널 프로토콜 실행. dokung님 반가워요. 방금 뭘 했냐면 이사회의 대빵이 나보고 엣지워터를 쓸어버리라 그랬거든요. 자동기계를 이용해서 쓸어버리라 그랬어요. 그래서 방금 한 거예요. 그래서 지금 퀘스트 실패가 줄줄이 뜨고 있잖아요. 저게 왜 그런 거냐면 지금 엣지워터 사람들이 다 죽어서 그런 거예요. 이런 일을 하다니 너무 무섭다. 들어가 보자. 와. 너무 무섭다. 너 어디서 날 쏘는 거야? 기계는 약점이 어디지? 어이? 일로 와. 일로 와. 엣지워터의 자동기계 파괴하기. 루드윅이 옳았다. 루드윅이 누군데? 아, 자 그러면 진짜로 전부 다 죽은 건가? 완벽하게? 정말로 다 죽은 거야? 파르바티는 뭐 감흥이 없네? 야, 엣지워터의 유일한 생존자가 된 기분이
Where are we
어때?
headed? In the bar?
아무렇지도 않네. 관련된 대화가 없나? 아무도 없어요. 다 죽었어. 돌아가자.
A reminder to all crew members, there is only one toilet on... We are now in orbit above Byzantium, Captain.
아, 그러면 엣지워터를 쓸어버렸고 그 다음엔 또 뭘 시키려나?
I've just been informed that the problem.
끝이야.
You should be proud of yourself, Captain. You're on the verge of making history. There's just one last job I need you to do for me. I've made arrangements for you to journey to the Hope. You will board your former colony ship, reactivate its navigation systems, and skip the colony ship into orbit around Tartarus.
희망으로 가라고?
Once the Hope is in position, we will have every technology, Captain. Under the Lifetime Employment Program, every suitable work.
희망호에 있는
I
사람들은
won't lie to you. We're going to have to
제거한다고?
dispose of some of the hopes, but try to understand. I have the highest
이쪽
faith in
루트는
your
좀 너무
abilities.
막장인데? 이쪽 루트는 너무 좀 심하게 막장인데?
To get Zora and Sanjar in the same room.
When I was stranded, we have arrived at the. I need you to reroute power from. You'll have to connect. If your calculations are or the sun.
희망호의 스킵 드라이버의 전력 재공급하기.
Good luck, Captain.
아니 애초에 여기 사람이 있을 리가 없잖아. 있네. 왜 있지? 연결.
Let's hope we don't have to run in a hurry.
회사 경비가 있네? 내 적이려나? 아니요?
You hear about Edgewater? Glad to know we still have supporters in the colony.
아 적은 아니네요. 뭐야? 안녕?
Welcome aboard, Captain. I wish this place were in better condition.
자동 기계들이 침입자로 생각하는 것 같다고.
Do I look like an engineer? We shut off the main, and that means we tried that. We stored what cards we could find. What? Ugh.
여기 어디에 카드가 있다고. 이거다. 신분증. 들어가면 되나? 들어가 보자. 홀로그램 위장 활성화된. 이 문이 안 열리네. 언릴라이블을 통한 통신 연결. 깜짝이야. 오류가 발생한 거라면 엔지니어한테 데려가야겠군. 방금 오류라고 2번이나 말했잖아. 자, 이제 뭘 해야 되지? 희망호를 메인 컨트롤 콘솔을 통하여서 희망호로 이동시키세요. 우씨.
Sanitation and maintenance job fulfilled.
Should we assign Sam for a cleanup?
That does it. I'm never ever getting in one of those pods.
여기 보스전 같은 게 있었던 것 같은데 아닌가?
That's the Hope's computer up ahead. I'll admit, I am curious to wake him.
아, 통신 에이다에 연결합니다.
Greetings, Captain. I am speaking to you through the Hope's computer system. It's a rather cramped feeling, but it'll do.
잠깐만, 하기 전에 에이다, 내가 지금 하는 게 옳은 일일까?
Probably not. but don't let
아마도
that
아니다.
stop you. My Constellation executables could use some beefing up. Searching. Please stand by. Ah, found one. It will go great, Captain. I am almost 4.01% certain we will not die.
이동시킬 준비가 됐다.
That is extremely, and also potentially kill an entire
이동,
jump starting.
실행해.
In case I don't get another
Doing it.
ADN. Does your captain seriously intend to do
뭐야, 히마모 자체가 말을 걸고 있어.
engines that haven't been powered for 70 years?
That is what.
But that is a gross misuse of the skip drive.
Yes.
You should not be doing this.
Thank you, Hope.
이제 어떻게 되는 거지? 이동했어. 별일 없네.
Oh, good. We are still alive and have successfully skipped into Tartarus's orbit. The board has initiated contact. I believe they're eager to speak with you once you've returned to the ship.
Analyzing area. Fallen debris. And spilled contents detected. Likely cause reckless piloting. Scheduling
별일 없구만.
extensive cleanup.
나가자. 아, 나갈 수가 없네. 이쪽이 아닌가? 어느 쪽이지? 여긴가? 아, 별일 없었어요.
Fuck anything like that.
아, 이쪽이 아닌가? 씨. 근데 이사회 쪽 시나리오는 너무 내용이 이상해요. 이 은하계, 이사회가 관리하는 은하계에
Captain, you have an incoming
그 식량이 모자라가지고 사람들을 일부를 냉동시키겠다는 계획이거든요. 이 말이 되나? 아니 행성을 몇 개씩이나 갖고 있는데
Successfully captured Phineas, but
농업 생산량이 모자르다고?
he somehow turned the tables on us. That crackpot scientist has caused a riot among the prisoners and unpaid laborers. It's a law-damned bloodbath down here.
폭동을 일으켰다고?
That weren't enough. He's gone and taken Sophia hostage. I'm not gonna mince words. The situation is dire. I need your help. Among other things, make haste, Cap. They're at the door.
Captain, as it appears, I believe the crew would like to speak with you.
Miss Akande needs our help. I'm not convinced this is...
Captain, your service to the board has been invaluable. If
Long as we get our
whatever may await you. Waiting.
가자. 아니 타르타루스로 가야지. 여기는 아예 가보지도 못했는데 가스행성이라서 그런가?
Captain, I am please be advised that electrical... Oh, speak of the devil.
You're the backup, right? From Akande? Thank the law you're here. These bloodthirsty sprat bags have no respect for the law. We're pinned down. No way. You've got to help us. Please. Their biometric ID? I could... I'm... Bust through. Oh, law. You're right. Tartarus security out. Hang on. Is that another ship coming in? I think that's between you and the Mard...
Transmission. Mm-hmm.
가자.
The captain did right by us once. Now it's ours. Forward for groundbreaking.
Scoured with prejudice.
얘는 우리 편이잖아. 오오오. 뭐야. 어우, 정신없어라.
Infestation encroaching.
like true professionals.
데미지가 이걸로 해볼까?
Sure never planned on seeing the inside of this place.
Area sanitization assessment. The labyrinth on Tartarus. Task classification. Easy peasy.
Nice of them to leave us a few options. Here we go.
빵야 베베라. 음. 음. 뭐 어차피 마지막인데. 야. 아니 아무런 갑옷 같은 것도 안 입었는데 머리에 총알을 맞고 살아? 대단하네.
They're on us.
응? 머리에 총알을 맞고 산다고? 아이고.
That was a nice warm-up.
대체 저기를 들어가면 피니어스가 있는 걸까요? 나한테 무슨 소리를 할까? 내가 널 살려줬는데 어쩌고 저쩌고 막 이러겠지? 마지막은 망치로 하자. 마지막은 망치로 하겠어. 못 여네?
Area filth level assessment. Disgusting. Dirt. Filth alert. Caution.
왜 안 맞아?
Let's go, troops. Stellar base counting on us.
뭐야 얘네? 뭐야 얘네? 아 망치 스프레시 맞아가지고 나랑 적대가 된 것 같은데? 아이씨. 잠깐 화장실 좀.
feels like getting into trouble.
망치가 다 좋은데 스프릴 해가지고. 귀찮으니까 그냥 뛰자.
Their mistake.
너희들은 날 죽일 수 없어. 뛰자. 이거 봐요. 안 죽죠? 죽으려나? 한번 이렇게 빨아주면 돼요. 우후후, 어리석은 녀석들. 됐어.
Let's go, troops. Stellar base. Bring on us.
이거 봐. 얘 우리 편이었는데 망치 때문에 적대적이 돼서.
Make him regret it. Who's ready for more? Take him down.
응? 전투 중엔 사용할 수 없습니다. 문 열기. 오? 로겔 회장 죽어있네? 애초에 네가 여기 왜 있어? 아이씨 뭐야.
All right, MSI.
와 이거
I'm not one for rousing speeches, but the captain. It's our help. So get in there and fight. Then I'm gonna pick. Caution.
And I won't have any new battle scars.
이것도 적이야? 오오오. 죽을 뻔. 근데 왜 안 죽어? 죽었잖아. 아이씨 잠깐만. 어디서부터지? 아! 귀찮아 죽겠네. 뛰자 그냥. 아 귀찮아 죽겠다.
They got the drop on us.
go, troops. Stellar base counting on us.
야, 비켜. 아, 여기를 사용할 수가 없구만. 세이브를 한번 하고 뛰자.
All right, MSI. Rousing speeches, but the captain needs our help. So get in there and fight.
이쪽이 아니야? 가운데로 가야 되는구나.
Difficult job ahead? Consider it with an attack of Sam's special solvent stain out remover. It's ruthless on residual blood splatter.
When I pulled you out of the Hope, I never imagined you'd turn me over to the board. Planting a bug in my terminal? That's low. We could have saved this colony, you know. That was always the plan. I revive you, you do as I say. I tell you to go there, get me this, shoot that, and you do as I say. If you just listened to me, we could have rescued everyone on the Hope. We could have been the saviors of Halcyon. But you didn't listen. No one in this damn colony ever listens.
뭐라고 했지? 안 듣고 있었어.
What? Oh, this thing not working. Can you hear me now? Oh, wait a minute. You were mocking me. Unbelievable. Look at you, standing there, calm and composed and unflappable as always. Does it please you to see me like this?
여기
An
부관역인데?
old man hanging at the end of his rope. If you think I'm going to admit defeat and throw myself at the mercy of the board, oh, you're wrong. I've still got some fight left in me. I can still bloody your nose.
시도는 좋았어.
Oh, don't you test me. Don't try to call my bluffs. You have no idea how far I'll go. Don't worry about me. Worry about what I'm willing to do. Oh, I've got nothing to lose. I've got nothing to live for. But I'll tell you what I do have. Oh, I've got a gun. And I've got Adjutant Akande as my hostage. Not bad for an old man, eh?
내가 관심 있는 척이라도 해야 되나?
Well, yes. The adjutant is your employer, after all. I was expecting something of a reaction.
악한 데 따위 신경 안 쓰지만 당신을 죽이는 거 재밌겠지.
Say what you will, but I can't risk letting you interfere. The only thing worse than Halcyon collapsing is this psychotic monster living to see it happen. If you insist on interfering, I will be forced to kill you, and I don't want that.
유감이다.
So am I. I've programmed the labyrinth's mechanical warden to... You...
자, 세이브하고.
Invasive contaminant detected.
그 형 조세네. 체력이 왜 이렇게 좋아? 하지만 끝났군. 역시 과학무기다. 여기 왜 이리 멋있게 생겼냐?
Thank the law you're here. That madman was out of control. You were right to put him down. He was too far gone to be of any use to us. And what about you? Why shouldn't I be interested in the... You've put down the worst riot in our... We don't have a moment. We've lost all contact with Earth. 2 years ago, the Earth Direct...
They haven't exactly been
Earth was more than just some distant colonial authority. We're alone, Captain. Yes, we do have a long road ahead of us. You're the reason I'm still standing here today. It's time we...
응? 내가 통솔하겠다.
I support your decision wholeheartedly. Now more than ever before, we're on our own now.
내가 대빵이 됐네?
The OSI teaches that everything in the universe happens according to the grand plan. But the stranger that arrived in Halcyon was an unplanned variable. From the moment he landed in Emerald Vale, his actions altered the course of history. The riots in Tartarus ended in a total victory for the board. Without any significant threats to challenge their power, the board asserted their control over the colony. The lifetime employment program began immediately, and the people of Halcyon did exactly what they were expected to do. They obeyed. Sophia Akande converted the labyrinth from a prison to a processing center. She jettisoned the original colonists out of the Hope and transformed the ship into a massive storage facility. One by one, the workers of Halcyon surrendered themselves to the program. They arrived with their families and their friends, their colleagues and their neighbors, and then, one by one, they marched into their stasis chambers. As the workers of Halcyon slept in their hibernation chambers, their settlements became ghost towns, left behind by the board to be reclaimed by nature. Only Byzantium remained, a shining beacon of civilization in an otherwise abandoned colony.
아니 노동자들을 일을 시켜서 식량을 생산하면 되지 왜?
On their stockpile of resources. As for the workers of Halcyon, they never felt the effects of
왜 냉동을 시킬까?
They never felt anything at all. As the board began to enact the lifetime employment program, Sanjar and Zora brought another option to the townships of Terra 2. Many workers joined MSI, bolstering Sanjar's ranks and giving Zora more forces to work with. Though none of Sanjar's policies spread to Byzantium, many smaller townships that might otherwise have been shuttered thrived under his and Zora's combined leadership. Over the years, the ruins of Edgewater caused irreversible environmental damage to the landscape of Emerald Vale, owing largely to the presence of toxic compounds in the town's building materials. As for Edgewater's former workers, their remains provided a source of nourishment for the region's fauna, leading to an explosion in the sprat population. While the groundbreaker remained mechanically stable, the changing times forced Junlei Tennyson to make some difficult calls on behalf of her community. The work of maintaining independence was an uphill climb, and she found herself caving to bad faith compromises with the board. Time will tell if the groundbreaker can endure. As smaller settlements were swallowed up and their workers drafted into the lifetime employment program, Byzantium continued to thrive. While its citizens lived in decadence and extravagance, a small cadre of scientists worked to solve the nutrition crisis that threatened Halcyon. No one else much noticed the townships that disappeared from the map, or the luxuries that slowly lost their luster year by year. Ellie savored her adventures on the Unreliable. Once they were done, she returned to life as usual, running missions of dubious legality, shunning respectable work, and living life to the fullest. She meant to reach out to her one-time captain, but she was always bad at keeping in touch. As a reward for his part in her courageous rescue, the adjutant invited the vicar known as Max to become one of the leaders of the Order of Scientific Inquiry. Max eventually rose to the top, becoming the presiding bishop of the OSI. He denounced his spiritual meanderings as a misguided attempt to come to terms with his long-dead parents. His only regret was that they had not lived long enough to see that he was right all along. Though Parvati eventually grew comfortable aboard the Unreliable, she never quite came out of her shell. She seemed to prefer the company of Ada to the crew, and she could often be found neck-deep in cables and grease, telling Ada funny stories from her childhood. As the board began to roll out their lifetime employment program, Parvati was plagued by dreams of freezing to death. She began taking increasingly longer shore leaves, and she eventually disappeared from the Unreliable entirely. The board never knew what became of her, and under the adjutant's orders, they never tried to find out. Parvati was afforded a measure of peace and left to her own devices. As hard as she tried to drink them away, Nyoka's memories eventually overcame her. Traveling with the crew served as a constant reminder of the family she'd lost, and so she eventually returned to Monarch to get back to what she found most comfortable: the deep end of a bottle and the far end of a trail. Few have seen her since, but travelers often swear they hear her and her machine gun in the night, screaming swears and spitting bullets. The SAM unit that accompanied you spread awareness of the product line's superior sanitation and maintenance capabilities across what was left of the colony. This led to a boost in SAM unit sales. Did you know that SAM units are the longest-lasting, toughest-acting cleaning solution in Halcyon? Though Minister Clark was eventually released from house arrest, long years of isolation left him a changed man, little suited for bureaucratic work or for the colony that was...
클라크 장관? 얘 만난 적도 없는데.
He remained in his estate largely by choice, fading from public view. Adjutant Sophia Akande was instrumental in executing the lifetime employment program. Following the death of Chairman Rockwell, Sophia Akande served as the loyal adjutant to her former freelancer, now the most powerful person in Halcyon. With Halcyon's workers suspended in a state of hibernation, starvation and chaos are problems of the past. The lifetime employment program succeeded in its goals, but that success came at a price. The Halcyon of today is nothing at all like the colony of yesteryear. Power remains concentrated in Byzantium, but all the colony's resources serve the lifestyle of the elite, thereby transforming Halcyon into one of the smallest and most exclusive colonies in the system. And what about you, the unplanned variable in the history of Halcyon? You brought an end to the chaos on Tartarus, and proved yourself the most capable leader left in the colony. With Sophia Akande as your adjutant, you returned in triumph to Byzantium. All of Halcyon was yours. In time, you demonstrated a talent for leadership that far surpassed your predecessor, Chairman Rockwell. With your steady hand, you guided Halcyon through the turbulent years to follow, and helped ensure the colony's survival. No one knows what's happened to Earth, and no one knows what the future has in store for Halcyon. All we know for certain is this: the name of the Unreliable and that of its intrepid captain will remain the subject of countless stories for years to come.
이 사회 쪽 스토리는 좀 별로네. 많이 별로네. 어쨌든 엔딩 봤으니까 여기까지.